Now, if you see in the book of Genesis, chapter number 49, verse 3 and verse 4, then you will find a man called Reuben. So, Reuben, my first, my strength, my might, once bold as waves, with fires, delight, yet like the waters, wild and free, unstable, so your line shall be, so your line shall be. Through first in birth, you lost your crown, you lost your crown, you lost your crown, for passion's fire brought you down. So this is a verse where the Jacob, the father of Reuben, who is the firstborn, he released a prophetic blessing. So the prophetic blessing behind the tribe of Reuben is written in these two verses, Genesis 49 verse 3 and 4. In Jacob's prophetic blessing over Reuben in Genesis 49, as we read, we see a complex legacy. As we see a complex legacy of strength, promise, and loss. There are three things here. You will find a strength here that in his prophetic message or a prophetic blessing towards the tribe of Reuben, you will find strength, you will find promise, and you will find loss. He says Reuben, as Jacob's firstborn, held a position of honor. So he carries the position of honor, power, and responsibility. Reuben, my first, my strength, my might. Look at the wordings of Jacob. My first, my strength, my might. It reflects Jacob's deep regard for Reuben's potential. So this is the regard. This is the father who is blessing his son, firstborn. So in his regard, he is saying that you are my first, my strength, and my might. It reflects the deep regard for Reuben's potential as the firstborn. As the firstborn. This promise by Jacob is transferred to his lineage. To his lineage. So Reuben was Jacob's initial hope, the son in whom he invested his strength and dreams, a figure of might and power in the tribe of Israel. So this was the son in whom he invested his strength and dreams. But then he said, once bold as waves, with fierce delight. It speaks to Reuben's early promise, his energetic spirit. So the tribe of Reuben have an energetic spirit and his potential to lead with fervor and ambition, like waves that surge with force. This is a wave with force. So Reuben was expected from his father. So Reuben was expected to rise in strength, bring forth the power and stability of his father's household. His boldness and enthusiasm, his boldness and his what we can say, enthusiasm. Yes, this is the right word. So his boldness and his enthusiasm were were qualities that could have made him a leader. His qualities made him a leader, true cornerstone for Israel's future. However, this same boldness, when unrestrained, became a force of instability rather than the strength, making a flaw that would alter Reuben's destiny. Then he said, yet like the waters, wild and free, unstable, so your line shall be. So this is a dual character. You will find power, you will find strength, and you will find authority. But at the same time, you will find another nature, which is instability. This is the nature, a dual nature of Reuben's character. The very qualities that made him strong, his passion and energy, also made him unpredictable. Look at one side of Reuben. So one side of Reuben is a strength, is a power. But another side of Reuben is instability, like a water. While life-giving can be volatile and uncontrollable, and Reuben's impulsive nature, his impulsive nature mirrored this. His instability ultimately cost him his birthright. Can you imagine? For Jacob recognized that he is like a water that cannot be contained. Reuben's passion could not be controlled. This instability is seen as both a personal trait and a prophetic description of Reuben's descendant, who would struggle to hold influence among the tribes. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because Reuben carried a dual nature. As you see in the book of Genesis chapter 31 verse 22, what he did with the Bilhah through first in birth, you lost your crown. This is Reuben, first in birth, but lost a crown. Reuben's actions, Reuben's actions and their lasting consequences. So what he did through his actions, his generation faced those consequences. As the eldest Reuben was entitled, as the eldest Reuben was entitled to leadership, a double portion, and the blessings of a firstborn. However, his decision to lie to his father, his decision to lie with his father's Katala. Can you imagine his decision to lie with his father's concubine? Her name is Bilhah. This action lead him to his downfall. In this moment, Reuben and his rights and his future as a Jacob's firstborn. What should have been his crowning glory become a lost opportunity. His crowning glory is left now. This is a reminder that leadership requires strength and restrained power and wisdom, but also character. His passion brought him down. This is a powerful reminder of how unchecked emotions can alter one's destiny. How your emotion can lead you to remove you from your original destiny. Reuben's passion and his impulsive desire to sleep or to lie with a concubine of his father led him permanently affected his lineage. His loss were not just personal, but it was generational. His descendant would not hold position of leadership among the tribe of Israel. Prophetically, Reuben's blessings speak to the importance of stability, self-control, and the weight of responsibility. Reuben's life reveals that while strength and passion are powerful gifts, they must be tempered by wisdom and integrity to fulfill their potential. His story remains us that leadership is not just a matter of birthright or power, but a character and discipline. You can see in the life of Reuben. His story reminds us that leadership is not just a matter of birthright or power, but character and discipline. Though Reuben was the firstborn, his lack of self-control, he was very lack in self-control, and he carries impulsive nature, ultimately limited his influence. These things teach us unchecked desire can undermine even the greatest potential in your life. So, in Reuben's story, we see a call to cultivate stability and resilience, to harness passion with purpose, and to recognize the importance of consistency in leadership. His legacy encourages us to consider the weight of our actions and to lead with both courage and care. Reuben reminds us that true strength is not found in power alone, but in the wisdom to guide that power towards a legacy of integrity and enduring impact. Are you getting what I'm saying? This is Reuben. You can understand to the tribe of Reuben that the power, the capacity, the strength alone is not leadership. The character is also matters. So his only the emotions, just his emotions change his whole story and destiny.